Hello YouTube, Pallab here, and today we're going to talk about the brand new Asus Zenfone 4 Selfie, and this is the dual cam version. So Asus released 3 versions of the Zenfone 4 Selfie the other day. One is the Zenfone 4 Selfie single camera version, which is a single camera on the front. This one has 2 cameras on the front, and then there's a Pro version which has 2 cameras on the front, plus one of them is a 24 MP selfie camera. This one has a 20 MP plus 8 MP selfie cameras. The 8 MP one is the 120-degree wide angle camera. Now the lowest one cost about 9,000 Indian rupees. This one cost about 15,000. The Pro one cost about 25,000. This one I think would be most popular and most sought after for review, mainly because this is at a price point which probably has the most competition here in India. In this particular video, we're going to do a full review. We already did an unboxing. I had a first look at this device. If you want to check that out, it will quickly go through what's inside the box, but we'll mainly focus on the performance, camera sample, battery life, and hopefully at last we'll be able to tell you whether this device deserves your time and money. So let's get started, yeah?
The Zenfone 4 Selfie comes in a very compact, nice, minimalistic box. On the back side, you can see some of the quick specs over there, and that's the model number ZD553KL 5.5 inch device. And once you open the box, on top you'd see the slogan "We love photo," and then you'll get the SIM ejector tool plus some documentation. This documentation include the warranty card and the quick start guide, and that's it. Now after that comes the phone. Now this phone comes in 3 colors. We have the gold model. I like the gold model, no problem with that. So again, when you go further inside, you'd get this rather peculiar 1.35 ampere wall charger, around 2-pin wall charger, and then you get the micro USB cable. That's about the content of the box really. Now coming to the hardware of this device, it feels very light. That's the first thing, despite of being an all metal body, and it has a 3000 mAh battery, which is usual. So we get less than 7 mm thickness and only 144 grams. That's great. I like the gold color, nice matte finish on the back, and then you have 5.5 inch HD screen, the dual selfie cameras, and then below the display you have those buttons. On the left side you have a dual SIM card slot plus a dedicated micro SD card slot that supports up to 2 TB of storage. Below you have micro USB cable and speakers, power button and volume rocker on the right, 3.5 mm jack, and a noise cancelling mic on top. Behind you have the 16 MP rear camera accompanied by an LED flash, the Asus logo, and those antennas. Overall a very radio friendly device, light device, and nice, well, good to hold. Let's start with checking out the fingerprint sensor. It's fast, but not as fast as some of the flagship devices. That's the HD display. The viewing angle is just about average, but you won't see any pixelation. Despite of being HD resolution, it renders the colors very well. Again, checking out the viewing angle, which is only about average, but HD resolutions means that it will eat less battery, and that's important nowadays. So that's the UI. It's powered by a Snapdragon 430 chipset. We are checking out some of the settings. 7.1.1, that's the latest Android version. Good enough. Some of the other settings items. Comes with 4 GB of RAM. I've been using this device heavily. We have still 50% of RAM available, about 45 GB available out of 64 GB, but you have a dedicated memory card slot, right? Now the 430 chipset is a very entry-level slow chipset, and because of that you get that consistent lag on the UI. That's probably one of my complaints with this device. I would have liked at least a mid-level chipset. So 430 is slightly on the slower side. Yeah, if you use it moderate or high, then you'll get some lag. Some of the apps that I'm showing you out there, so it comes with the typical Google Android apps plus Asus in-house apps, and then you have some third-party apps as well, but a lot of these are our own installs as well. You can customize apps and arrange them as you like. You can also smart group them. They're already smart grouped out there, you can see, and the device is pretty cool while grouping them actually. Now checking out the rear camera, it has a 16 MP back camera with an LED flash PDAF. That's a good sign. And then you also have the portrait mode. Now it has single camera, so obviously it's doing it at the software level. It's a purely software level, basically no depth sensing at all. You have some of the other mode like HDR and your flash and self-timing and stuff. Then you have the pro mode. I've always loved Asus Pro mode. It probably has the most advanced Pro mode in all the phones. And then you have your advanced settings where you can set your still and video resolution like that. Full HD resolution, maximum 16 MP you can see, timestamp and touch shutter and histogram and whatnot, anti-flicker, and all those possible settings are there. Next, let's switch to the USP of this device, and that's the dual selfie camera. It comes with a 20 MP plus 8 MP sensors, and it also gives the portrait mode. The 8 MP sensor is a wide angle sensor. It also is a depth sensor, and it's easy to switch between the two. I'm in the wide angle mode. In both wide angle and the normal mode, you get the portrait mode. That's good stuff. I don't know how they're achieving it. Maybe the secondary camera in each case is acting as a depth sensor. That's the main camera, and that's the wide angle camera. It's easy to switch between them, but before shooting, once you start, let's say, a video recording like this, then you cannot switch the lens, but that's okay, that's expected. And then you have lots of other settings as well. You see 20 MP camera. The difference with the Pro is that the Pro comes with a 24 MP main camera. This one comes with a 20 MP camera. And then you have other settings as well. It also supports max full HD video. Now we have checked some image and video quality. The rear camera is very good. It gives some detailed natural color images. I absolutely love the way it renders green. It's very natural. It does not oversaturate those. I also like the natural background blur. You know, in one photo is background blur, and this is the selfie camera. It also gives you good amount of detail, plus the portrait mode. Portrait mode is not perfect. You can see the sides of my caps are kind of unnecessarily blurred out. This is the wide angle camera. It gives lots of distortion on the side, you can see. And then the portrait mode, again similar. Portrait mode is slightly better in this mode, I guess. And then some of the low light settings. It has a good beauty mode where you kind of throws away all the textures and give you some beauty modes. But the wide angle has some distortion. And that's one. It's stabilized enough if you do not move the camera much, but when you're, let's say, moving, walking, juggling, then also I think it does a relatively good job. The rear camera video recording is very good. It has PDAF, but it does not have PDAF in the whole sensor, and that's why you see it focuses. It focuses fast, but not as fast as some of the flagship devices like, let's say, the S8 or S7 or even the iPhone 7 or all. And it hunts just a tad bit. You'll see just a tad bit to and fro movement while focusing on a subject. But overall, again, the color resolution, the sharpness, the detail level is brilliant. I would say overall this camera is one of the best at this price point. I absolutely love the detail, and specifically I love the color rendition, but I would have loved an optical image stabilization as well.
Staying up. I'm wilding out. I'm leaning in. I'm leaning in. Pushing off my sneaker.
The music output via speaker is good enough. It's not loud enough, but it's good with adequate amount of bass and treble.
You guys, did you see that? I just was like, what?
I have received a message
From the universe?
from the messenger.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Our greatest masters.
The video also has good enough surround and 3D sound. It's loud enough and very, I would say, natural. Expectedly, the entry-level Snapdragon 430 chipset performs much below average on almost all of our benchmark tests. Yeah, but where it excels is the battery life. The HD resolution definitely helps. We got about 9.5 hours of screen on time, which means that this device will easily take you through the whole day, not only the business day, the whole day of medium to high usage. We played some games as well on this device and it could play them properly without much lag. So that's, guys, our full review of the Zenfone 4 Selfie dual camera. The highlights of the device is really its cameras. Both the rear and the front cameras are very good for the price point. I also like the design, build quality and the weight of the device as well. What I do not like is the performance. The entry-level Snapdragon 430 chipset is just not up to mark at this price point. We get much better chipsets, but apart from that, everything is very good about this device. Now, if you like this video, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, share this video, ask anything about this video, and we'll try to answer them in the comment section. Till the next time, guys, thank you and bye bye.